Thank you. This presentation was made after the offending clip was pulled with the help of many bat friends sending their complaints. Discovery Channel has pulled clips from their site, Bear Grylls site, as well as the 2 YouTube clips. Thanks for everyone's effort to support wildlife conservation and education and not its destruction.
My name is Formosa. I'm a Otis formosus, or Hodgson's my Otis. Otis meaning round or mouse-eared, and Formosa meaning beautiful or handsome. I've been chosen as spokesperson for all those that can't speak. I was chosen because, like my color red, I have a pretty hot temper. Boy, this Bear Grylls got it boiling. This so-called movie made for what? Entertainment is not what people need to see. Discovery Channel was supposed to support wildlife conservation, not its destruction. Well, sit back. You've expressed your ideas. The next 10 minutes I'm going to give you a lesson about those bats you murdered for your enjoyment. You probably don't even know the species you killed. First, why eat a little bat like a vesper bat? Insect eating. Like the ones in the movie, only weigh about 20 grams. Size of a mouse, not really worth the effort. Staple food for China is rice and fish. Fish are much better, healthier food and easier to catch and much larger. It's just for the shock value for the audience. It's a pretty sad presentation. That's a disease. Bats carry a lot of diseases. If you're not sick yet, you might be. Probably won't want to get a checkup. Some of these diseases don't show up for a couple of years. Some diseases, like the neurotoxins, like affecting the comatose people, may take decades to show up. First group is Lisa virus, or rabies. Has been well documented for years. Pretty well known. Currently there's 11 species bats carry. Should make a point that all the other diseases, except for Lisa virus, rabies, are outside the U.S. Rabies is apparently the only one you have to worry about in the U.S. But, as stated here, many of these diseases have no cure, including rabies. There's only a vaccine. These other diseases recently linked to bats, like SARS, Henta, Nipah, Ebola, are all relatively new, and a lot of researchers continue to find other diseases associated with these bats. 2 studies show 11 species of Lisa virus, Henta virus with 23 species. This is a robovirus, or a rodent, recently detected in bats. Ebola with 4 species. This is known for hemorrhagic fever. The family Paraxodidae has 2 genuses related to bats: Menangovirus, Thiamine virus. And the Hendra virus species, and the Nipah virus. Then you have the horn disease. And then the coronavirus. Number of species is unknown since this virus has continued mutating. And currently the species SARS, COV, severe acute respiratory syndrome, has been detected in bats. And the last one, hemotrophic lateral sclerosis, Parkinsonism, dementia complex. The symptoms are similar to Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. In Guam, 30% of the Cronus villages that have eaten bats all their lives have this disease. The bats eat seeds from a common tree in the Far East that have a neurotoxin. It's okay for bats, bad for humans, and it shows that even cooking them does not get rid of all the diseases that can affect you. I say many of these diseases have no cure. The death is very painful, and I guess my fellow bats will have their justice in time. I have to thank you for making the show in China. I'm sure when they find out how you're putting the millions of dollars they spend on bat conservation and education and negative light, will not take kindly to it. China. Slides that follow while I narrate are from the Darwin Initiative Center for Bat Research. Their purpose is the conservation of bats, to educate people about bats and to learn more about them. Make a point to contact Dr. Jones ahead of the project, and I don't think you'll be very welcome back in China. Bats have been worshipped in China for thousands of years. Everyone knows the Wu-Fu, the 5 bats, is seen in this slide. In China, the Wu-Fu 5 bats is commonly portrayed in dishes and robes. In this case, the bats are arranged in a circle facing inward, and they depict the 5 blessings: good health, long life, wealth, love of virtue, and peaceful death. Chinese bats are often shown in red, color of joy. They may carry other positive symbols such as blossoms or fruit. Bats carrying swastikas are charming images for those unfamiliar with the underlying symbolism. In some Chinese dialects, the word for swastika sounds the same as the word for 10,000. That image symbolizing a blessing, but the swastika image it carries turns it into 10,000 blessings. A Chinese bat or character fu is placed upside down on entrance to a building. That's because the word upside down and arrived sound the same as Chinese dao. So the upside down bat means good luck has arrived. On these slides you'll see a few of each family of bats that are in China. You can see the rest of them on their website listed below. There's over 100 species of bats in China. That includes the 8 families that are listed here. Bats have it hard all over. All their numbers are declining. IUCN red lists 1,100 species. 157, or 14%, are vulnerable, endangered, or critically endangered. In the U.S., there's estimated 1 million bats have died in the past 4 years from the white nose syndrome. In just the last 4 months, it has traveled halfway across the U.S. and could affect many more bats. 1 million bats eat approximately 700,000 tons of insects a year. What do you think this is going to do to food prices and all the extra pesticides farmers will have to use? Bats and bees are responsible for 75% of all food on Earth, both in pollination and in pest control. Bees are dying from the colony collapse disorder. Farmers are currently importing them from Australia. You say your show is for survival and it's just entertainment, but just like the kids that follow shows like Jackass and others, they will imitate you. Just this last year, 2 people have been sentenced for killing over 100 Indiana bats. No reason, just for fun. They only got a year in jail, really not fitting for the crime of the Endangered Species Act, states $100,000 per account. They should have given a $10 million fine. That's justice. Let them work it off for the rest of their lives. Now, the Indiana bat is one being hit hard with West Nile virus. It could go extinct. Smaller bats eat the smaller insects, so the myotis, like the Indiana bat, makes up the largest group of insect-eating bats, eat mostly mosquitoes. My time's about up. I hope you have learned a few things about us, and eating us is not a good idea. I don't have a guitar or a song about damaged luggage on an airline, but I hope enough people will see this and make some changes in the show that Discovery Channel sponsors, or at least edit out the questionable content. I'm sure the Chinese will be paying attention and won't like your presentation when they're spending so much money to help the bats and educate the people about them. I hope the Discovery Channel will go back to what they do best, run shows about wildlife conservation and not destruction.